There's a steep learning curve for entrepreneurship, and I find that most entrepreneurs make three common mistakes that really negatively impact their business and their overall well being. In my past jobs, when I worked with employers, I was seeing this time and time again. And now I see them on my own journey of entrepreneurship. So today we're going to talk about what those three mistakes are and how you can address them. Let's get into it. The first mistake is comparing your day one to someone else's year six. When we go into business, of course, we have an expectations of what we would like our business to look like and the revenue we'd like to generate. But we need to recognize that when we're building something, we're not quite there yet. Even online, when I search for how long does it take for a business to become profitable, they say 2 to 3 years. And when you compare yourself to others, it can lead you to feel possibly defeated, maybe make you shutter your doors earlier thinking that you're a failure, or lead you to try and emulate others even though it's not the time. So you might be a YouTube channel and decide that you want to be just like Ali Abdaal and create a course and membership plan and this, that, and the other, but you're not ready. And when you put yourself over too many surfaces to try and build a business like somebody else, then you're not really getting any leeway anywhere. So you really need to be very strategic and know what your next few years are going to look like realistically. For instance, when I started my own private practice, I knew that I was not going to make a lot of money in the first year. We estimated that I would probably make half of what my salary was from my agency job in the first year because I had to build a client caseload. And I also had a lot of overhead expenses in that first year, like building my website. But even though I knew this, within the first 2 months, I was already kicking myself, saying that I was a failure because I didn't have as many clients as other therapists and I wasn't making enough money. And my husband had to sit me down and be like, Emily, we talked about this. It's going to take time. And it's something that I have to repeat to myself often. Stop comparing myself to others. It's gonna take time. I'll get there eventually, but I'm barely even done year one. So please make sure that your expectations are really aimed at what's truly realistic for you. And I know it's difficult when we see on YouTube people saying, make 100 grand in the first year of your business. I get that. Is it possible for you? I really hope so. But it's not always possible. And a lot of it can come up to like luck. So be realistic and be pleasantly surprised if things go better than you estimated. But always prepare for a little bit of growing pains in the beginning. Mistake number 2 that most entrepreneurs make is throwing money at their problems. You might notice that your business is not getting a lot of leads, or your leads aren't actually converting into sales or into clients. And you're thinking, oh God, we have a problem. I have to fix this. And you might be tempted to pay money for paid advertisement, pay somebody to coach you better, pay for specialized training, all that. And I get it, but that's not the answer. You really have to take a step back and really look and research your company to know what is truly going on and how to address it. Because money does not solve all problems. You really have to have a good return on investment if you're going to be spending money on it. For instance, I found that for my new private practice, I was not getting a lot of clients that were contacting me. And I was like, oh no, something's wrong. And my first thing that I wanted to do was post on more platforms so my profile got out to more places, pay someone to fix my SEO on my website, and pay for extremely expensive programs on how to build a private practice. But those weren't the answer. They're really just a way for me to try and push my problems aside and not take ownership for my business. But when I did take a step back and I evaluated my business, I saw that my profile on Psychology Today wasn't getting a lot of client interest, yet it was garnering a lot of clients for my other therapist friends. So I knew something about my profile wasn't right. And so I watched YouTube videos from experts in my field about marketing for private practice, and I read books about marketing and copywriting, and I worked weeks on fixing my copy on my Psychology Today profile. And I got so many more clients from that. And actually, the clients who came and saw me said that they were really drawn to me because of the profile that I had written. It spoke to them and to their pain points. And I was like, wow, that cost me nothing, but fixed so much. It was really the foundation of my business in terms of the marketing. So you might be thinking, paid advertisement is the way, but take a step back. If you're getting leads on your website, but they're not converting into sales, maybe your copywriting is not very good either. Or maybe the process of actually going to checkout is longer than it should be, and that's causing frustration for your clients, and they're leaving the website instead of actually purchasing. Take a step back, evaluate, and see what might truly be going on. And most likely, there is easy fixes that don't need to be done with money. Mistake number 3 that most new entrepreneurs make is acting as an employee in their own business. Most of us come from corporate worlds or jobs that had structures that we really didn't enjoy, and that's how we started our own businesses. Yet we take the structure with us and input it in our business anyway. For instance, I hate working 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and really being stuck in a schedule. But I started my business and I felt that I was still shackled to my computer between those hours because it was something that I was so used to. So I found myself sitting at my computer and really just doing busy work, nothing that was truly productive. And I realized at one point, like, what am I doing? This is the reason, one of the big reasons I left my job. And so now, do I have work hours? I do. But if I'm not working on something in specific, like client notes or seeing a client or like learning new material, I'm doing something else. And that is so much more healthy because then I'm going to the gym at 9 a.m. in the morning, or I'm going for a walk at 1 in the afternoon, or I'm lounging at the couch at 2 p.m. with a hot chocolate. And I'm actually a much better therapist and business owner when I act this way. Because in my employee mentality, I cannot serve to my best capacities. So, how are you still acting as an employee? Are there things that you're still doing that are remnants from your old job? And are they serving you right now? You might think of other examples that are really specific to you. For instance, paperwork. Are you doing needless paperwork because in your old jobs you had needless paperwork? So quit acting like an employee who's still in that old job and build the business you want to be and be the boss. Be the entrepreneur you want to be. You have this great opportunity to build something special for yourself in the way that you want to. Do that. There's nobody stopping you except for yourself. So stop being an employee, be an entrepreneur. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for sticking with me. If you enjoyed this video, I also created a video about how I built a business as a highly sensitive person, which you might also enjoy checking out. And I'll add it somewhere here, but also in the description, but it also should be over here. All right, see you next time. Bye.